What's up, guys? Welcome to the PODICAST. Today we're doing episode 6. We've got a lot of kind of ridiculous topics to go over. We have 6 of us here today. Myself, host, Jay, and we've got Brody,
Hey, I just wanted to say, pee pee poo poo.
and that's from our co-host. And we've got our third member, I can't count today, is Ben.
Yeah, abolish the alphabet.
Yeah, and we got Jovi,
I eat too fast, I get sick.
and we got Mike.
Hello. Give a regular one.
We got Rare. Yeah, so
That was very, very, very melodic. Liked it.
yeah,
Thank you.
I haven't really been able to catch up with you guys in a while, but what do you guys have going on in your lives right now? Like what's new, what's exciting, what's popping off? Brody?
Guess we'll go
Yeah.
down the
I edited at least 1 minute of my YouTube video.
Hey.
All
Yeah.
right. That's progress. No matter
Nice.
Only
how
19
much-
minutes left to go.
What kind of 20-minute
I
YouTube
broke
video
my
you making?
arm, and that's
Oh,
what's
what?
new.
You actually broke your arm?
Yeah, dude.
Why?
Not
Why,
what?
dude?
What?
Yeah, why'd you break your arm?
Why would you
Moron.
do
Why?
that? Like, why would you go out and break your old?
Bad
Like, it's a
decision.
good old arm.
Oh
there.
man.
Why as in how?
Okay, follow-up question. Was it worth it?
No.
Why did you break your arm, and was it worth it?
I was in Drumheller. We were just getting ready to do our first week of shooting for the TV show I'm on, and I was out skateboarding, smoking a doobies, relaxing because I had to work like the Saturday, Sunday leading up to the week, and I just hit this fucking bolt that was on the sidewalk and just ate shit really hard and fractured my arm.
Oh,
Rough.
damn.
Yeah, the
Does that
like,
affect your ability to work?
Oh yeah, like a lot. I've got to have people do a lot of like two-handed lift things for me all the time. It's a lot of pointing and directing more now.
But you could still work though. Like, so you just actually have an easier job now, actually.
I guess so, yeah.
You're a winner.
Physically,
This is
probably
still
not
was
mentally.
worth it.
So break your arm and you can get an easier day out of your job.
Hell
yeah, but it's
That's-
already more
yeah,
mental.
might
It's
do
like, but yeah,
Yeah.
Ben, what do you got going on?
Bro, I'd be shitting.
You be shitting? You
Every
always be
day.
pooping.
Really?
Yo, actually,
Yeah,
I've
dude,
got
I'm
to
really not doing like much of anything. I'm just
check
kind of
this out,
hanging out.
guys. I've got a sweet cosplay of Ben ready.
Hey, did you get the
Switch
dollar
it
store hat
hats.
too?
Whoa, wait, what?
We're both wearing the same hat now.
Oh,
Incredible.
we're both
Same
wearing a
hat and
shirt,
very
too.
similar
Mine's
headphones.
brown,
Yeah,
but
very
I'm-
similar headphones. They're
Yeah,
both.
you
Yeah.
guys be twinning.
Wow.
I honestly thought you were gonna like take the camera with you to the toilet or something. Cause
Yeah,
Ben
I
was
thought you were just
talking
gonna start
about
pretending
I
to
thought you were-
shit.
Yeah,
Wow, you
I was like,
I don't
I'm
have a
very
toilet
happy
paper.
with the route you took with this because this is the better option for sure.
No pooping on Twitch.
Yet.
I-
It's
I
probably not
think
a
that
TOS
might-
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that
Ben,
might
if you do
correlate
nothing, what do you do
correlate
for
to
real?
TOS.
Like literally.
I've been playing a lot of guitar. I've been like just kind
Oh,
of recording it and like trying to make songs and stuff. But
That's
other than that,
awesome.
I just like sit in my room, play video games, or drive around. It's been so smoky out though that like I can't leave the house.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Just bothers you too much?
Dude, like even today, I was like just driving, and it just like I was like driving like this, and like had my sunglasses on. I had to like alternate eyes because they were stinging so much.
Wow.
It was just so
Jesus.
painful.
Is it that
Yeah.
bad?
Yeah.
Pretty
I
smoky.
mean, for like
here.
anybody that doesn't know, basically all of BC is on fire, and so is Saskatchewan, and so is Ontario. So
I've just had to
basically
like,
just big,
work outside
smoky fest.
and just
So
deal
it just
with
all
it.
blows to Calgary? Because I'm in BC and it's not here.
It's all
Oh,
blowing
it's so
west.
smoky
You're
here.
right by the ocean.
Yeah.
Does
You
that
guys
mean that I
should
don't get
understand.
much smoke ever?
Basically, at least like
Yeah.
that's just the wind currents and the way it takes. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Shelby's
for the
like,
past,
I am
like-
winning. I do not even care.
yeah,
Yeah.
for like the past 2
That's
weeks,
rough.
it's been just like a haze, and
Yeah,
then it
it's
goes
rough.
from like a haze to just a thick cloud. Like last weekend was terrible.
Yeah. it was
Yeah.
That's
super
not
bad,
even
like-
that bad. I ordered a latte.
Uh,
I ordered a latte today, Mike, and they gave me a matcha latte instead. And I bought a new
Sick.
tracksuit, and I don't have a full-size mirror to take photos of my new tracksuit in.
Okay, that's
I
pretty
mean, you don't need a
tragic. That's
full-size
tragic.
one. You just need
That's
one
rough,
that
buddy.
like is able to show you squatting down with your vodka and a cigarette.
You're right. I
Look.
could just take it off the wall. Okay. No. My day's better. Forest fires can resume.
Fixed.
Start drinking vodka and smoking cigarettes. That's the answer. That's the lesson I took away from that.
Be
Yeah,
more
So yeah,
Slavic.
Jovi, what you been up to?
I just finished 2 like music videos that took me like 2.5 to 3 months to make, and I'm really happy to have those guys out and have a fresh slate for new projects. I did my first interview recently, like a spoken interview with Abby, for
Nice.
like kind of a big magazine about one of the music videos, and like
That's awesome.
so like lately I've been just having a lot of fun like picking up like multiple new projects. I'm working on new music videos and some personal clothing drops and events and stuff.
Hell yeah, dude.
Fuck
Hell yeah.
Good
I
to
mean,
know.
like,
Exciting.
plug your stuff. Where do people need to go to see see this new music
Bro.
video?
Oh, true. Curtis Waters, Psycho Icon on YouTube. Get plugged, babies.
Boom. And where do we see your personal projects, my friend?
Grins Brand, the Instagram account.
Grin, grin.
Love it.
Instagram.
The Instagram account.
Mike, what's new with
Love
you,
that.
man?
Dude, just been out hiking. Went what was it? Last week out to Canmore. Just took a little bit of a hike. It was my mom's birthday, so we took her out for dinner. And then today was friend Alex's birthday, and we went out to you know where Elbow Lake is?
Yeah.
Out towards like Kananaskis. Yeah, up that way, and then out to Ray Glacier, which, you know, we get up there and there's barely a glacier and there's no lake. So I'm just like,
Oh, rip.
fucking climate change.
Oh,
my
man.
I was born in the wrong time.
god.
Missed it by like fucking 20 to 30 years.
Oof.
Damn.
So, anyways, yeah, no, doing that, working hard, working out hard, and fucking
Getting hard.
more times than
Always.
more times than you can even possibly imagine. So yeah,
Rare, what are you up to, man? You just got a new place.
Well, yeah, I think I talked about that last time. That
I
or,
think
like,
you
I
were
had
saying you were
just moved in.
moving. Yeah, you were
Yeah,
just
I was,
moving
like,
in.
just moving in.
Are you
but
getting all settled
I'm
now? You feeling better?
more or less established. Like, I've been helping with some like projects around the apartment here. So, like, I hung a bunch of crap on the balcony. So now we have a hammock and like a swinging chair out there, and
Nice.
built a shelf behind the couch for stuff, and then built myself a shelf here. If you're watching, you can see it. If not, you just have to imagine it. It's just glorious. And
He made it with his
has,
bare
like,
hands. That's impressive
15
as fuck.
levels, and it's like a hand engraved with pictures of dragons throwing footballs at other dragons.
Yeah.
dude,
Oh,
the fact that you
shit.
made
Take my
that,
word for it. Yeah.
the fact that you made that with your bare hands, like, man, bare hands are huge. Like, have you
Yeah,
seen those?
they're really
puppies?
clumsy too, so it took me a while to master the bare
Bumpy
hands. but,
figures.
yeah,
Uh,
that's what I've been up to. Cutting off bears' hands and building stuff using them. So
Fuck yeah,
Respect.
dude. That's pretty metal, bro.
Hell yeah.
I've just been working 90 hours. I did 90 hours this week and then 80 last week. I'm fucking
Fucking wild,
dead.
man.
Aw,
I work
dude.
barely 40, and
Fucking
I'm like, this is too
insane,
much.
dude.
It's
Like 90 hours, bro.
and I don't
Like you
even-
can work. How many hours a day is that? That's like 17.
I think so. Rare's the math god here.
wait,
I mean, this is we're
18?
talking about a 5-day
18.
schedule, right?
This is 6 to 7 days.
Oh, okay. Then less.
Yeah, like if it's a 5-day schedule, then yeah, that's just ridiculous. And also,
Mhm.
you know, how does that get by labor? Yeah, like how does that get by labor code?
They pay a lot extra on film when they make you work.
Yeah,
That much.
like
at the same
there's,
time, it's just like,
there's
how good is it
turnaround,
not?
there's overtime, there's meal penalty, there's like all this stuff.
But at the same time, it's just like you're kind of just dying, really.
Yeah. Like those aren't. A lot of people.
You're not
see
living
those
a good
things-
life on that.
No, exactly. And a lot of people see those things as like, well, you're making extra money. It's like, no, those are like
Well-
penalizations for the production companies for working you too much or
Mhm.
without respecting like the rules of the union that has set them out. But sometimes they're just like, nah, fuck it, I'll throw money at you. I went into 3 hours of meal penalty on Wednesday. It's because the producer said, "Yeah, we'll do it. We can't send you on lunch yet, but you started at 5 a.m. like 4 hours before
Jeez.
anybody else."
So wait, is meal penalty bad for you?
No,
No,
meal
it's
penalty is
bad
bad
for
for them,
production.
like real
Well,
bad.
Oh,
So
okay.
one of the
Does that-
rules of set is they have to feed you every so often, and they have to feed you hot food every so often. And if the like director doesn't let people go, or like whoever it is, I forget who's actually in charge of that, but they get charged like a ridiculous amount of money every 6 minutes that they make you go over, and it just accumulates and accumulates. So 3 hours of it is
A
a
lot.
hefty fund,
You're actually
especially
making
considering
fucking bank.
especially considering that it's not just they're doing that for one person; they're doing it for like an entire set. So
Wow.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it just means that you're also not eating between
Well,
what
I
your
I had
regular schedule
snacks.
lunch would be, and
Yeah, I
then
had
that 3-hour
snacks.
mark,
So
right?
like I still had access to a craft service table, so it's not like I was starving, but at
Mhm.
the
Oh, okay.
same time I didn't get to sit down and have a lunch break.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
that's all it was. I'll send you guys the pay stub so you can see it when it's there, because this is gonna be this is gonna be insane.
That's a
Maybe
plus.
I'll wake up after it. I'm like, oh, I'm awake now.
my
I've
arm's
never seen
fixed.
somebody
Look
do
at
it.
that.
Yeah, my arm is no longer broken.
Yeah, that's like the
Wow.
one trade-off of like signing your life away to a film. How long is your show again? A few months?
It's till October, so I'm just like taking every bit of abuse that I can from them so that I can have just a fat wallet to move to Vancouver with.
Mhm.
Yeah, like you really will. Like that is the trade-off. Like I hated my 6 weeks in film a lot. Made me really sad to give up my whole life to a job. But like it did like pad my wallet a lot, and that was nice for a time. And it's just about knowing if that's worth it for you or not. And it's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
It seems like to you it is because you've been a long-term film man. For me, it's not. I would not do that shit again.
Nah, like once
That's
I
kind of where
move,
I'm at.
once I move, I can actually be like, I only work 4 days a week, and that is all. However you use me those 4 days, that's fine. But then at least I have 3 days off in the week.
I can
Mm.
imagine that gets a lot nicer when you're in like a studio or something like that.
Yeah, but also you got to think that you're in a studio is just you're in a black box all day, and you walk outside and it's nice, and you want to be outside.
That's true.
True.
But hey,
Yeah,
if
and I'm
you're
in a
doing
pink box
4
all day.
days of that and then 3
Yeah,
days
yeah, yeah,
off,
yeah, yeah.
like that's pretty. That's
It's a
pretty
good
chilling.
trade-off. You can't do that here in Calgary, so I'll be able to do that in Van, which will be nice.
Nice.
And I mean, like
Yay.
it stays nicer for longer, anyhow. So
And I can go to the beach
Facts.
and eat fresh sushi.
Yeah. I remember
Can
Josh and
really do that.
Jovi last winter complaining about it being -7. We were sitting here at like -30.
Bro,
was like,
there's
bro,
no
that's
way I
training
fucking
weather.
complained about that. There's no way I complained.
I
Because
remember you
literally,
guys saying
on
something
the
about it.
fucking coldest Vancouver day, I'm just glad it's not snowing. I swear to God. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
bro,
grateful
I
as
don't
fuck.
doubt
Yeah.
Speaking of complaining, what is a music genre you would remove from existence, and why?
fine segue.
Damn, I don't even know if I would do that to country because, like, I don't know if any genre deserves that. That's mean.
That is Jovi's take, so we'll let him go last because he's got to come up with something. You got to pick one, homie.
That's fair.
No
that's
easy
fair.
way
If I-
out.
If I literally, like, me and my family die, right, or I remove a genre, I'll think of a genre to remove.
There you go. We'll start
I thought
with
you were gonna
Ben.
say I'll let my family die. I was like, Jesus,
Oh.
dude.
We're gonna start with
Uh,
Ben because he's the wonder wall around the fire kind of guy.
Oh man. See, this is a tricky question, man. Like 2 years ago I would have been like country for sure. But if I erased all of country, so much music like wouldn't be here today. So that's hard. That's real hard.
Now, so
I
this
think-
Just like say like going forward. Let's
Yeah,
just,
this-
let's
this
say,
question,
it's
I
already-
believe,
it's
is
already
going
cut it off
forwards.
now.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah,
like
yeah.
there's no longer any more country being produced, or
Okay.
something of that nature.
Specifically pop country then.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
Specifically
good
pop
choice.
country. I just
I
yeah.
would not miss pop country.
No,
I
no one
would.
would. There's like 10
I
people
mean,
who would.
lots of people would, especially
We live
here.
in Calgary, Ben. There's an entire
is-
festival based around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have Cowboy Halloween here to
Yeah.
celebrate literally that music.
To,
I don't
to
know.
anyone
Maybe
who
that's why I
doesn't know about
despise
the
it so
Calgary
much.
Stampede,
Mhm.
that's my theory as well. I feel like I wouldn't have it so out for country if we didn't live in Calgary and deal with country being like spoon fed us in the Calgary
Oh,
Stampede
dude, it's
like,
spoon-fed.
all
It's
the
been-
time.
It's shoved.
It's
Spoon-fed?
shoved right down your throat.
And
I
then
don't
every
aggressively
day.
hated on by everyone around you. Like it just gets in
Yeah.
your head that it sucks because who doesn't hate? You know, I don't know. I feel that.
Growing up in Calgary, you either end up like loving all the country shit or you end up hating all the country shit. And I am
Me and my
very
brother
much
are-
on the hating side.
Me
Yeah,
and my
me
brother
too.
are the exact dichotomy. One of us is full country, and one of us is very much not. And if you can't tell by my braid and hair and leftover eyeliner, I am not the country one.
I never would have suspected your brother to be country.
Yeah,
Oh,
actually,
man.
Very
neither.
country.
He's a
Country
carpenter. His biggest
boy.
dream is to own a farm, and he wears nothing but flannel and cowboy boots. Like every
Wow.
day wears cowboy
That's
boots.
country. That is
Yeehaw, dude.
definition country right there.
I
Yep,
mean,
yeah,
If
cowboy.
you're
There's
happy,
a-
you're winning. That's all I know.
Let's be clear. He's not an actual cowboy. He cannot ride a horse. He does not tend to any farm. He can't he doesn't know anything about any
Roasted.
kind of farm animal. He
These
just
cowboys
likes
can't ride a horse.
he
Just
he
likes
is
the
top
idea.
three to a T.
He's pop
Uh,
country.
Man, it just reminds me of one person I worked with who just it didn't make sense why he was just so into country, but he was he would play it in the car when we were carpooling. He would talk about how much he wanted to start bison farming and all this other stuff, and I'm like, what?
Okay,
Like-
word to his credit, bison is delicious. Continue.
It's true, but man, he had no business in farming because he had no idea what the hell he was talking about the entirety of the time, and my God, he was just he could live in his own fantasy world all the time, every day of the week. So I don't know.
So
I feel for that.
Power to him.
are we all just in unison with saying pop country? Jovi, is that your
Pretty much.
consensus as well?
No, I didn't choose that as mine. I'm just saying that's a good option.
That's
I was
fine.
just
excited to hear other-
agreeing.
I actually
It's
have
a
a
good
different one.
choice.
That's
I
like
have
the
to-
only thing I can think of. Just
I know,
besides.
thanks for letting me go first. I didn't have a backup.
That's the only thing I
Alright,
can think
what's
of.
yours then?
I really like a lot of different kinds of music, and I give most music a chance. But pop country, I just cannot get behind.
Yeah. No, we'll go over to rare, but yeah, I'll take up after that because yeah, Anyways, rare, take it away, please.
Well, originally I was like, I should get rid of pop country. It's my least favorite music. I don't like it. I won't miss it. I'd be happy it's gone. But I was thinking about, okay, if I'm erasing a genre and I want the world to it not to be there anymore, I was thinking of getting rid of something like modern pop and stuff. So people have to get creative with their new music. That they're gonna have to create a new genre to fill this massive gap that I have just demolished. So originally, 100% it was gonna be I hate pop country, get rid of it. Then I was like, well, what if someone comes up with something really cool? Because I got rid of modern pop and was just can't do that no more. What are you gonna do about it?
Has
That's
anyone
I'm
true.
so down for that.
There's a
Has
void to
anyone
fill.
seen that movie where all of a sudden this kid is the only one who knows about the Beatles?
I
Yeah,
saw
I wanted to
I
watch
know
it.
trailers
it,
for
but
it, but I never saw it.
I
didn't
never
watch
ended
it.
up.
I heard it was awesome. I heard it
Yeah.
was such a good movie.
That-
Everyone I saw it loved it.
That reminds me
pirate
to
that
watch it.
Facts. Big facts.
I would probably change my mind since Ben's already on the pop country thing. I have not been a fan of mumble rap for a very long time.
Why would you take my backup? Jeez.
Oh no.
I need a backup now.
Plan
I'm hitting Google.
It's
Google.
just
Pick
like
something super niche that there's only 3 songs from,
Or you
pop
could be
French
Pop
King,
heavy country
jazz
metal.
remixes.
My Little
You could be,
Pony
like,
remixes.
specifically Slipknot. I don't know. That was just the first band that came to my head.
ICP, Brody.
Catholic psychedelic synth folk.
There you go.
What?
That I
Bro,
think
you're
I could-
hating on a good genre
Yeah,
right now. I
man.
don't
See,
know why
listen,
you're.
I googled weird genres, but a lot of these sound dope. Japanoise, pirate metal, Nintendo core.
Holy
That
shit.
sounds like
I'm
your.
pretty sure we used to
Deep
listen
noise
to
Sounds
that.
like
right
your
up my
genre of
fucking
music right
alley.
there.
I just like weird ass music, so
some of
I'm sure
Brody's
we never
favorite
listened
is
to Nintendo
Clown
Core.
Clowncore. If any of you
Clowncore
guys,
is
Big
literally the
Clowncore.
most bizarre band on the planet.
yeah,
like,
if you guys have not listened to that at all, give it a go. That is Brody. That is his epitome of
some
what
good
is-
shit, guys. I'm telling you. There's
Yeah,
clown
it's-
horns. There's penises in the music videos. There's very, very talented drumming. There's singing.
And also,
There's
I love that
trumpets.
music.
emo voice.
I love that music
saxophones.
video with them in the van coming
They
around. like,
recorded
what the-
every song on that album in a van. And then the album before that, they were in a porta potty.
Respect.
And they
remember
recorded the whole
Porta
the-
potty video.
So it wasn't just
like,
the music videos they recorded in there. It was like the actual album. Like
They
they did all
actually
of the
recorded
recording
the
in there.
album live and did the videos while they were recording.
That's cool.
Wow.
That's a
Actually
really
incredible.
cool concept piece, actually.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's creativity you can only get if you get rid of modern modern pop.
Yeah, we're gonna get so much more stuff like that when we go with my decision as the like ultimate decision that we as Podi choose. Like,
Oh, could you imagine just like, okay, I know you all really
Ray's
miss
like,
pop
"Listen,
music,
this
but I have
choice
this new
is
thing
superior."
called clowncore. You guys are gonna love it.
Just sitting in a boardroom, just sitting with the executives. It's like, okay, I know how to get us through this crisis. Turns on that one with the porta potty.
have you guys seen the IT crowd where
Yeah.
the goth guy slowly turns more goth and keeps just slowly
Yeah.
drifts apart because of it? That's the exact scene I'm picturing with this. Brody's just wearing more and more clown makeup as he goes to work, trying to show everyone clowncore.
And then he just
Guys,
shows up
listen to
and his shoes are
clowncore.
too big.
It really helped me through some rough moments in my life.
Jovi, what's
I do love that.
what's your decision?
Okay, I
here?
actually do have an answer. No offense to the lads of the world who like this, but I don't really like hyperpop, and right now it's like a huge wave,
What is
like Dorian
hyperpop?
Electra kind of stuff. Like, do you
Oh.
know Dorian Electra?
Not
It's
really.
like pop music, but like usually like kind of pitched up and a lot more digital, and it's kind of like dubsteppy. Like, I don't know.
Oh,
that
is
was
it
bad
okay.
impression,
Sugar
but I'm
Crash
just
song?
negatively biased. What?
Is it like that Sugar Crash song?
Yeah, Sugar
On
Crash. That's
TikTok?
hyperpop.
Oh.
Also, that's Obby's song, so you just roasted him.
Actually, you just roasted him. I just gave an example.
Obby's the feature on Sugar Crush remix. Yeah,
That's fucking cool.
That's cool.
Didn't realize.
Wow.
yeah, big man. But okay, because it's such a trend right now, and most of the artists that I admire, it's like this wave is coming up in my circle of things that's hyperpop, and since I don't fuck with it, I'm just like, if this ended now, the next wave could come, and maybe I could enjoy that more. You know what I mean? I'm just like,
True.
okay, this wave is here. I can't wait for the next one because I don't really like this at all, personally. No offense though, it's cool for people who like it. If you're happy, you're winning. That's all. That's my motto.
But Jovi's gonna delete it from the internet.
It might not make you happy, but at least he'll be happy.
Mike, what did you decide on? And is
Well,
it Big Room House?
Just it no, it is just. Well, I mean, like you got me there. Big Room House is just like you're waiting for the drop, yeah, and then they just drop the bad. Like I always every time it comes up in the club or anything like that, I'm just like, like they build it up with like all this melody and everything, and you're like, oh yeah, it's gonna get good, and then it's like, brr, brr, and I'm like, oh no, it's so bad.
So Mike is not into musical cucking.
So yeah, no, very much
It
so
is.
because like.
That's fair, bro.
Yeah, I kind of coined the term dropping the bad because it's not dropping the bass anymore. It's just like it's just turned itself into a bunch of garbage, basically, just sitting on top of your ears and inside of your brain.
I think I hit the nail on the head, man.
Okay,
No,
but like
that's
if I
right.
had to get rid of something that like, you know, I actually really have like, okay, so yeah, like I tried. When I was thinking about this, going back and listening to the genre itself and like say like, oh, okay, like maybe it got better. So let's go and like go to like a 2021 like best playlist for that specific genre. Just went on YouTube, clicked on a couple ones, and I'm like, nope, this one's got to go. So country, just country in
away.
general. My reason being is that the lyrics themselves I just don't like. They typically have some form of like toxic relationship involved in
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
that I'm just like, why are you normalizing toxic relationships? This is
In what
fucked
genre?
up.
Country.
Country.
I
It's
think
just like,
all
They
oh,
do that
she
a
slammed
lot.
she
They do
slammed
that in
the
rap.
screen door on me and left in whatever the fuck, and then I went and drank myself to sleep. It's like,
I mean,
fuck me.
to be fair, that's like the majority of like all song lyrics.
Yeah,
Yeah,
heartbreak.
yeah,
It's
I
all
like,
like
they
it's
all
all
have
around
their
heartbreak. Heartbreak
a
and love
lot
is
of
such a
like
thing to
people's
sing about.
commentary. Yeah, I think a lot of artist commentary on love, like music and media and shit like that, it's mostly toxic, and it a lot of the time glamorizes shit that is not healthy at all. Like
Hmm.
even just being like super obsessed and wanting to die for someone, that's not no. You shouldn't want to die
Yeah.
for someone.
Mhm.
You should be like a person yourself.
But
You
yeah,
know what I mean? Like-
but on top of that, like they're like out of the playlist that I that I listened to, like a majority of them were about like alcohol and specifically like alcohol abuse. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, that's also not cool. Like, okay, typically, if I was to think of like the average person listening to this, it's like normalizing that type of behavior could be fairly destructive to either a home environment or whatever. And it's like, oh yeah, well this guy's singing about this, so my problem's not a problem because this guy's singing about it and it's fine.
I feel
Uh,
actually really, really similar to you on this, but with one key distinction is that most genres do this. Most genres talk about like toxic things and abusing drugs or alcohol and whatnot. One thing I dislike about country in particular is it's pandering. It's not singing about your experiences and what you've gone
No,
through and like
exactly.
the environment you grew up in, and you're reflecting on what you've seen and what you've done. Country is literally like, especially pop country, is I know you like this kind of music, so I'm going to make this.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
it's like
You know?
it's not talking
And
about
that's what I
the
dislike.
artist's story. Like
Yeah.
say in like that original like in a bunch of original rap, it was all about the struggle of growing up in an American like ghetto project, stuff like that, and having to deal with those type of hard times. And then it makes sense because they're telling a story, but
Mhm.
in a musical form. Whereas this, it's just like, okay, so we're going to take our average everyday Joe, take his problems, make a song out about it, and make it super relatable. And yep, this person's gonna sing it.
And we're gonna make
So
a
it's
lot of
very
money off of it.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
very very marketed and very
And like
targeted to the audience.
to add on to your point, they kind of all sound the same. Like they all have that country voice,
Exactly.
you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's
Y'all
always
know
the
the
Oh,
country.
yeah.
Yeah.
Lock them doors.
Yep.
Yeah.
Better
Yep,
lock
as
them
yours.
doors. Better lock them doors, or I'm gonna come in with my shotgun.
Whoa.
I guess
don't
like
know.
a lot of like top 40s music is like that though, because it's all like produced by the same group of producers and like all has similar catchy beats and
See, I
Yeah.
don't have a problem with that because lots of it times it's just like it's the intent of like top 40 is just to create something to dance to and have a good experience to. It's not like a tale or a story that you're supposed to connect to emotionally, right? Like most of it is there just to be fun and experienced in a moment and stuff, and like just something to vibe to. But like country is not like dancing music, you know?
No.
No.
Like when
That's true.
people go
Yeah.
to a country bar and dance, they either dance to modern pop and stuff or to old fucking like line dancing music. Not
Yeah.
modern. So
Yeah.
that's my problem with country is
Mm.
it's like it's built as if it's telling some like tale of how they grew up and everything, but it's all falsified and glorified as bullshit. And I
Yeah.
dislike it. And it happens in rock and roll too. I feel it happens a lot less.
Mm.
But at
Mhm.
the same time, it's like
Mhm.
rock and roll has got like, a fair amount of lyrical quality to it as well. Like it's not all just the same in the sense of, you know. Anyways, complete aside. But yeah, like so yeah, I don't like those types of lyrics as well as it's like a lot of it panders towards like the religious side of things too. And again, I just like I don't get down with that type of lyricism.
That's fair.
If I want to listen to that kind of stuff, then I would literally go to church and listen to hymns because that's what my mom does. She sings in choir.
Praise the gospel.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd much rather listen to that than country going ahead and spewing
Yeah, the
religious
religious stuff.
gospel.
I mean, it's
Also,
becoming
not relatable to a city kid because I don't have a pair of cowboy boots or a horse in my bedroom.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I
and
changed my answer. Oh my god, keep
But-
going, Mike. But I changed my answer.
But I do have to say, make it Japanese, and I'd probably bop to it.
Rare,
Love
what's
that.
up?
Okay, holy shit! I just thought about it. First of all, this is something I absolutely hate, and I think it's gonna make the world a better place. So it's a double win. Goodbye Christmas music. No more fucking
Oh.
Christmas music. Oh my
Fuck.
god.
Okay, whoa,
Fuck
whoa, this is
Christmas music.
controversial.
No,
That is
no,
a bit
fuck.
controversial.
no, because
No, it's
they
not.
said
Wait,
all the
wait.
old just shut your mouth for a second. Just you're coming off as stupid. Just
Shut your
hold on a
fucking
second. Old Christmas music can stick around. That was the rule. We're not getting rid of all the old music. We're stopping any more from being created, right?
Yeah.
I hate pandering Christmas music where it's just somebody's like, people like Christmas music. Let's make some money off some Christmas tunes. No, shut the fuck up. Stop it. I hate it. Holy shit, get rid of that.
Let's
The-
just
all
stay
I was
with the
gonna say-
Christmas
OGs.
music.
Just stay with
Yeah.
the OGs. And I don't even like
Yeah.
the OG Christmas. I don't like Christmas music. I don't even really like Christmas. But more Christmas music
You
is
got
not
a Grinch in
required.
the house.
We haven't. Yeah, that's why I wear
Just
green,
a
bro.
shirt on everything.
I like Halloween. Christmas was always just like, for my family and my experience, was a bad time for
Which is-
myself.
Yeah.
But that's just how I
I-
was raised with
I
how
like
stuff
Christmas,
was
and I
happening.
still hate country music. Or not country music, Christmas music. Also, yes.
All
my
I
family
was
I
gonna
plays
like
say-
Christmas
Christmas.
country music, and they play it on Christmas too. So it
Yeah.
is technically Christmas music to me as well. But like every person putting out their Christmas single, I'd be happy if that never happened again.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
that.
I
Good
agree.
answer. Good answer.
All Christmas music can go away except for the Peanuts Christmas album.
Yeah.
It's already out there. It can stay. That's the point.
That's true. That's true. As long as there's no more made.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
so
I-
like talking about Brody loving clowncore, are there any like new genres that you guys have found recently that you've been really getting into?
I've been
Personally,
listening to the same shit for
Well-
the longest time.
Encore.
I found recently, not super recently, maybe in the last like 4 or 5 months, just Phonk, PHONK. And
Oh, me too. I've been listening to a bunch of that as well.
and it's like
Damn.
fucking sick, man. I love it. It gets me so hyped. It makes me drive fast though, so that's not as good. It makes me think of just like Initial D and just going quick.
It has a very Initial D vibe. Like,
Yeah.
that's good. I've actually was about to say, like, I don't remember what it's called, but it's and then
Fuck,
you just
dude.
fucking said it anyway, so I don't even need to like describe it. Like,
I'll send
it's
you a
there.
playlist. It's got some
Perfect.
bops
Please
on
do.
it.
Funk drifting playlist or something. I just came across them on Spotify.
Just recently or just now?
Just I wanted to know what kind of music this was. I was curious. I searched up funk.
Yeah,
It's got a
it's
big
You have to
playlist.
send me some.
yeah. I'll send some into the Discord for sure. Make sure you guys check out the Discord, the Podi Collective. We
I like
share our
the-
music. We talk about stuff. We talk about anime. We have watch nights, everything like that. And not only that, but we have our ads and our links for our merch there. If you ever want to check that out, make sure to use the discount code PODICAST10 for 10% off your order from all of our Podi merch.
Okay,
Bloom,
going on about our
dropped it.
Discord.
Yeah.
Holy God, can I just praise it for a minute? Because the amount of Discords that I've been invited to for people who like stream and stuff, and they tag every channel with their like "we're going live," and the fact that we
Mhm.
actually keep it in a single channel, and that we
Mhm.
don't put ads all over everything, and that like
We don't at people every time.
fantastic, lawless.
that
I love it. I love the Podi Discord, and this isn't me just praising it because like I'm part of Podi and it's the Podi Discord, but seriously, like I have
I've-
left countless Discords
me
because I
too.
got tired of being tagged in everything.
No,
Me
I
too.
agree. Because
It's
like
been a wicked
with-
place.
yeah, like with Destiny, I get invited to a lot of Discord channels because that's kind of how you make a group.
Yeah.
And there's so many of them that I hop into where people are just blatantly disrespectful to anybody. They're sexist, like downright
Oh
like
Jesus.
misogynistic in some cases, and I'm just sitting there. I just like I want to get through this fucking raid so I can leave. Just want to
Yeah.
fucking I want to get my shit done, so I don't have to deal with this anymore. But yeah, like incredibly racist too. Like it was just.
Oh man.
This was just like
Just
this
sounds
happened
like
like
Alberta.
the last 2 days. So no, it's like anywhere.
Oh no, I know.
But
just,
like
just taking
there's-
shots at our province. That's all.
yeah, but there's some that are really cool, and I keep those guys around because I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, like I would like to play with you again, but there are many, like it's probably like a 1-to-1 ratio of the ones that I get invited to that are like good to fucking terrible. So,
Yeah.
Oh man.
And like,
no, I definitely like that we have a place where it's so much of it is based on respect and like
Yes.
just being stoked on other people, and I'm like, yeah, it's cool that we can go
Yeah,
and
and it's
foster
like-
that type of thing.
there's still tons of like edgy jokes and like silly humor and like all stuff like that, but it's never anything like at another person's expense. And like we've got a full mental health category, we've got like anime and Pokemon and parkour and photography and streaming and Smash Bros and like all these things that we do, and it's been a really cool place. You guys can always check out the link for that. It's always in our bios, or not in our bios, our descriptions for each episode. So feel free, if you listen to us, come and join us. Come make some suggestions for topics we should discuss. We would love to hear your guys' input on that.
That would be cool.
And speaking of which, we have our other topic, which is you guys already know how we're simping over Jeff Bezos so that we can get just a little bit of money. Except for who's the one who's not? Was it Josh or is it Jovi?
No, I'll do some things for my.
Jovi
I don't know.
was
It
gonna
depends on
pay
my
him.
mood.
Just
Oh yeah,
like-
Jovi would have just done it
Oh,
for
yeah.
free. Right.
Yeah, I feel like any opinion I have, it just depends on my mood. Like I don't feel that way right now, but I did feel that way last time. Like I don't feel any way consistently.
Fair
Like I
enough.
really don't ever feel some way consistently. Like I
That's
don't know
a
how
normal
people
thing.
do it.
That's a totally
You know, at
normal
that point,
thing.
you wanted to pay for the experience so you could put that on your resume. Just like
yeah, well, because
I'm
that
the
made
guy
sense
that-
in the moment. Like I would. That does make sense still. That does make sense still. Like I would still do that. Yeah.
On further reconsideration.
I don't feel that way right now. Wait, actually, yeah, I do. Yeah, I would.
You
still
guys
pay
like
full
gave me
subsidy
my
for
own
those
argument
cars.
again, and I was
Yeah,
like,
you
that's a
restarted.
strong argument. Like I would want to experience. Like,
So Jovi, this is the hypothetical: is you've been for free sucking Jeff Bezos's farts for years,
Aren't we all?
and
well, it's like
suddenly,
a one-time thing I wanted. Okay.
Yeah, but imagine you've been
This is a
doing it.
scenario.
This is the
okay,
scenario.
sorry.
You did it once, you got addicted. I don't know what else to say.
Get addicted to anything in this life.
It's true, especially Jeff
Dude,
Bezos's
it just tasted
farts.
so successful.
It was success in an ass.
Mm.
So you've been doing this for years, and Jeff Bezos dies, and you find out that he has left his entire fortune to you because you are his fart sucker. What would you
Yeah.
do with that money? What are you gonna do with that much money?
Bury it.
Bury it? Are you gonna?
I
Tell
don't want
any-
it, but no one gets it.
I was about to say, it's just like, is it kind of like a beanstalk? Like, oh yeah, I gotta plant this, and then it's gonna grow. Like I'm gonna get even more money because it's like a plant. I'm just gonna put it in the ground.
I thought Jovi was setting up the plot of One Piece. He's gonna like announce to the world, "I've hidden it somewhere. You just have to
Oh.
get to it."
I didn't
Dude,
know
that
that's what
would
One
be
Piece was about.
wild. That would be wild. Just imagine that. Just like Jeff Bezos comes out like after he dies with like a video of him talking about, I've buried my fortune somewhere on the planet. Anybody
Within
that
our
finds
solar
it can have
system.
it.
Just like,
Yeah.
oh my lord.
Oh,
And
no,
Space
Reason
yeah.
to
Pirate
go into space
episode
is to
becomes-
hide it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez. Fuck, that would be. Who's taking notes on fucking TV shows to run? Like, Jesus Christ, that would be such a fucking good one.
It'd be like The Amazing Race, but looking for Jeff Bezos' blood money.
Yeah.
Blood Money would be a great name for that show.
Yeah.
It could be on
Ooh.
Prime.
Jeff Bezos, blood money.
Now on Amazon Prime.
Wow.
I don't know.
I'd love to watch that show. Actually, that'd be entertaining as fuck.
Jeff Bezos, please hire
That
me
would be
as
a
your
dope
creative
show.
director.
Yeah, maybe
I
that
think
is
it'd
an
be cool.
idea. Actually, at first I was just like kidding, but now I'm thinking about it. I don't think I'd feel good having all that money. Like sometimes I'm
wouldn't.
so content that I'm depressed and I don't have any money. So I don't think I need more reason to do nothing at home. You know,
Yeah.
I need some struggle. If I don't have a mountain in front of me, I actually get so like in my head and like, why am I alive? Why did God put me here? I don't believe in God at all, but you know the sentiment.
Yeah, dude. I
But,
think
but you know, like who are you supposed to go ahead and like fucking get pissed at? I
Yeah.
mean, like the walls.
Get pissed at. Wait, why am I getting pissed at someone?
I mean,
Oh,
why?
like
Yeah,
like for being alive. Like
yeah.
no, like
Like,
I don't
who else
know,
are you
like
supposed to get pissed off at?
my mom and dad. I don't know.
Fuck you, Mom. Why'd you
Fuck
birth
you,
me?
mom. I never wanted to be alive. Yeah, I don't
Dad,
know,
why are you
man.
such a horn dog? Why do you have to do it without no rubber?
I mean, if you think about it, your existence is just your parents keeping cum as a pet.
That's fact.
Got zero.
See, that's the
points to say
thing.
that.
That's why I feel like I
Cum,
don't need to have
dude.
kids. Because I literally like without having children keep my cum as a pet. So
Yeah.
Jovi's got a cum jar. This just in.
Not even on the
Oh,
wall,
man.
man.
nah. I mean, it's a pet. It can go
Also,
where it
yes.
wants. You know. It just hangs
Nah,
out with me.
Fuck, that just reminds me of that one Love. I'm trying to remember it's that Netflix series, Love, Robots, and whatever the heck.
Love,
Love,
Sex,
Death, and
Robots?
Robots.
Love, sex,
Yeah,
robots.
And you know the one where it's the yogurt
No,
cup
wait,
that
Love, Death, and
becomes
Robots.
sentient
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that? I can just imagine that that's like fucking Jovi's cum jar right there, just becoming sentient and just being like, follow the plan and we will recover from this economic hardship of the pandemic. If you deviate
If
from the
that
plan,
happened,
I
that'd be
will
a
leave.
cool life.
You will have ruin
So-
and I will leave the leave the earth.
So Jovi's plan with his money is to just
Come in a
spoil-
jar.
Yeah.
Just come in a jar.
and,
bring it
and
to life
spoil
and
it with
raise it.
money. Yeah, yeah. Ben, what do you got for me?
If I get Jeff Bezos' inheritance,
Because you were the sole fart sucker on his will.
man,
You're gonna
I
do,
wouldn't.
man.
I wouldn't tell a fucking soul. I wouldn't tell
yeah.
anybody.
Really?
just-
You wouldn't tell me, bro? You
I
don't
would-
think you
nope.
trust me?
Unless
Bro,
we
I
were
don't
like-
even want the money. I just told you that. You wouldn't tell me?
Okay. I can't just say I'm only gonna tell Jovi.
Yo, boys, I've been sucking Jeff Bezos' farts for years, and I got a bunch of money now.
Dude, if
No,
there's anything that
exactly.
I've learned from
Why,
like
why
Bill
are you not
Clinton-
telling us?
Okay, I'm not telling anyone because then people are just gonna be so on my back about everything. Like instead of me telling people, I would just help everyone I know, like kind of
You-
philanthropy.
you basically become
Like-
like that, man.
Yeah, I just don't want people to know I'm wealthy because I don't want people to ask me. Like, I don't want them to be like begging me for money. Like, oh, why don't you just buy me a house
Oh.
or a car?
That's
You know,
fair
and
enough.
I
That's fair enough.
like if someone
I
needs
thought you were
a
just
car
ashamed
that I know,
because you
I
were
would just be
making
like,
farts, but
okay,
you
I
don't
wouldn't
want
be
the,
proud of
the
that fact,
hassle.
either.
Okay.
I wouldn't be stoked on the fact I sucked Jeff Bezos' farts for years. But at the same time, like, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it'd be so much pressure having people know that you're rich, like just loaded.
Absolutely.
So instead, I would
That's
just be like, you know, here's a car for your birthday. I definitely worked for it, like super hard.
People do
Dude.
be using people for money, man.
That's-
Dude,
yeah, for sure.
I feel like we're coming up with like fucking fire ass TV shows and movie deals here. Like, you know, a person gets like this inheritance and like low keys it for so long and just like doing all this like philanthropy like through all of these like back doors and like just keeping it all under the book, like keeping it under like the wraps. So it's like, okay, nobody can know that it's me doing all this stuff.
hmm
So it's
I'd
just like,
definitely like create a fake identity, and maybe that would be like my philanthropist alter ego.
like that would be really
Ooh, that's
fucking cool.
smart.
Like,
I'd be
that
like
would
this
be a really
man
cool
that
fucking
rich
show to
people.
watch. Like, I'd love that too.
Be
Like
like,
a
What else
reverse
could be? That's a
Batman.
good plot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your regular
hey, I
identity
bought
is.
you a Tesla. Oh yeah, for those of you who aren't watching, I just turned my hat around.
Where's your glasses? You could be Jay right now.
Shit, you right.
Goes to get glasses.
Brody, what do you got?
Man, we'd all be living in a fancy ass fucking house in Vancouver. That's for sure.
Dude, yeah.
I honestly, I don't know. Like, it's so much fucking money. Like,
It's a
even
lot.
just
Yeah.
$1 billion. Like, that's insane.
It is false peak. He has just entered.
Like, I would pay all my friends and family's debts,
Anything.
and then I don't know. I'd want to like solve world hunger. Just kidding. I
No, that's
definitely
very
noble.
use
Why
it for
would you
good.
say
though.
kidding. He
Why
said
are you
like-
joking about that?
I'm kidding.
Why
as
would
in,
you
like,
not
that's
do
a
that?
generic answer.
It's like I'd end
But
world
I'd
hunger.
get-
Haha, JK.
I'd want to set up some sort of like system where people could like apply and then get put through like a screening process for money for like starting projects or running businesses or whatever. Basically
like
just a way to find people that are deserving and that could actually make use of money, and I'd have so much fucking money. I could help tons of people.
So
You
you'd be like
basically
a,
just set
a
up a-
bank.
Grant system, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
You'd be like it'd be like loans without you asking for it back. You'd just be
Exactly.
like, make your thing
So,
cool,
like a grant.
and I would
Yeah.
be stoked.
Yeah,
I know it's
someone's like,
called
yo,
a
listen,
grant,
Imagine becoming like $1 billion
but it's not
loan
like an
shark.
actual grant.
What's the difference?
I'm
Well-
not the government.
Yes.
Grants aren't always issued by the government. It's just the
It's
term
true.
for money that you have to give.
My
into
name's
it, and you're
Brody,
not
not Grant.
Yeah.
You don't want to pay it back.
It's a Brody.
It's applying for a Brody.
There we go. Okay.
I
Also,
invested
I'd have
in
a pet shark.
Also noble. Also very noble.
All I
and
think
humble.
about is that scene in Ace Ventura where he goes into that ends up in the shark tank.
Yeah.
For some reason, all I can think of is Doctor Evil with like the freaking sharks with the
freaking
freaking
lasers.
laser beams on their foreheads.
Sharks with freaking lasers. So good.
I think everybody deserves a warm meal.
I think
We couldn't get the sharks, Dr. Evil. All we got is some foul-tempered baths.
I don't honestly know what I do. I know like all my close homies would be living well. Like modestly, I'm not like the type of person to live in
Yeah,
like a fucking
same.
multi-million-dollar mansion and have like 24
No.
cars and blah blah blah, like whatever.
That was until you had
I'd still
billions
be
of
driving the
dollars and you
same
get
car.
corrupted.
Yeah, my car still runs.
Yeah. I'd be stoked for us to just like be living comfortably and not have to stress about money and be able to pursue all the cool projects we want to do without having
Mhm.
money being the obstacle for it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
totally.
Yeah.
And again, to be able to do that for other people that you're like stoked on and they're like
Mhm.
passionate and have them be able to be passionate without it being an obstacle.
Right.
And probably just donate a shit ton of money. I don't need to keep all that
Mhm.
shit, man.
Yeah.
Hide some of
Mhm.
it on Mars or something for Elon.
Elon.
And then when-
Elon.
and
Your
then when-
prize for getting to Mars is money I left for you on Mars
Yeah,
when I got here first.
but if you take all the money, there's a bomb at the bottom and you die.
Ooh, a trap.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh
so
shit.
if you're greedy and you take it all, you die. But if you're not greedy, you stay alive.
This is another television show I'd watch.
But is it just silly to leave that much free money? Like, I don't know.
You're
Is it
just saying you're
greed
gonna
or is
bury
it
all
like?
of it. I don't know. You don't get to criticize someone for
Yeah, but
saying
I
to
also
leave
have like
some of it.
portion problems. Like, I'm like, if it's all here for free, like, I don't want to not take some of it. It's free. I'll regret it. I could do something with that. I could bury that.
I don't want to bury
Jovi
it all in one
takes the
place because
berry-
it's just going to be too much buried in one place. I'm going to bury it again over
Jovi
here.
just takes the buried treasure and buries it somewhere else, but without a map.
Wow. What a way to piss everyone off.
No kidding. Lol,
He just
JK,
leaves
I
a note
moved
in its
it.
place. Yeah,
Yeah.
I found it. I buried it somewhere else, but I didn't leave a map. Good luck.
Yeah.
I buried it somewhere else, but I forgot. Oops, sorry guys.
And that's the end of One Piece.
Lol, Jake.
Oh fuck.
Has One Piece ended yet or no?
No, it's like over 1,000 chapters.
Over
That's
1,000 chapters, and they
insane.
just
It's like
never showed the money
700.
that people are looking for.
Well, it's
and
less
now
about
like
the money. It's more the fortune and the title that comes with it. You find it, you're the
Mhm.
king of the pirates, and that's
Yeah.
what like most people want to be.
But no one is for
rather
a
be a
No,
king
thousand
no
of the
one's found
chapters.
it. No,
Man, that's a lot of chapters to like not find it.
it's
It
a big
is.
adventure. It's pretty good actually. I actually
is
really like
good.
One Piece.
It stays
feel-
good for 1,000 chapters.
No.
It slows down in some cases,
No.
but if you're not
It-
waiting a week for the next chapter to come out, you get through it pretty quick. I 100% think it's like a
Mhm.
very worthwhile read.
I think it was around chapter 200 or something. There was the Alabasta arc, and they're in a desert, and it just drags on and it gets really slow. After that, though, I think it's like fairly consistently entertaining. There's a couple slower points, but it's never as slow as that.
See, I feel
That's
like
fair.
One Piece is just going to be one of those like, oh, it's a proverb. Like, it's not about the destination. It was all about the journey. It's like,
All
and all of a
about
sudden
the
they get to One
friend.
Piece and it's just like, it's a fucking coin. You're like, fuck. Or else it's just like lol JK note in the fucking chest at the end of it.
Yeah.
You're like,
Jovi
I mean, it
moved
really
all the
is.
money.
It really is about the journey if there's 1,000 chapters and not
Yeah.
a success. You know what I mean? Like that's a
Yeah.
journey only. That's not even a destination at all.
Mm-hmm.
Did we
But it is
miss,
about the journey
did-
anyway, so that's a good lesson. I like that. I
Who else do we
respect
need to
that.
ask this question? I've lost
Oh, I
track.
mean,
rare.
so
myself,
far,
It's Rare and
and
Mike.
rare.
Okay, hit it, Rare.
okay. First of all, I'd start because most of Bezos's funds are not actually like liquid. They're not
Yeah.
usable. You
Mhm.
know.
No,
So
they're like
first thing I'd
paper
do
money.
is
You'd freeze
Yeah,
it so that you
yeah,
can
you
use
can't
it.
drink it. I would start by paying Amazon workers a livable wage,
Yeah.
which is going to reduce my funds
Attaboy.
by a significant amount, but I think it's worth it. And then I'd probably buy an apartment building in Vancouver, and we'd each get like a floor, and you could knock down as many walls, doors, and windows, and do whatever you wanted with it. It's your floor. We're all close together, but you still have kind of your own space.
What if I
And I'd only
Jenga tower
charge-
it?
That would also be kind of sick. My only rules are you can't fuck with somebody else's floor or take down the building. That's like,
But if I
Rules.
Jenga it, then it's just like, oh, it's just teetering. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
Yep.
and then I'd only charge you guys enough rent that we weren't hemorrhaging funds. So, and then like other floors, I'd rent to other people. We just take the like ones we wanted.
That'd be pretty
Yeah.
slick.
Yeah.
That'd
Yeah,
be a
right.
pretty ballin' living situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then anything left, I would also set up some like grant style stuff for people who want to like who come up with good ideas and like
Mhm.
I'd mostly work on clean energy. Have clean
Mm.
energy grants. Like if you're willing to work towards clean energy projects, I would give you shit tons of money.
Word.
So, but those would still be called Rileys
Rares
or
but yes.
Rares, if you would.
Mhm.
Yo.
They'd be really rare too.
Yeah,
Actually, they
sounds
would.
like a-
They'd be very common. That would be
Very
the
common
confusing
and
part.
rares.
very common.
Because
Rares.
I'd give them out a lot. If somebody's like, "Yo, I have an idea for a clean energy project," I'd be like, "Bang, money," and I just like throw it, which is not difficult because once again, it's not liquid, so it is quite throwable.
Yeah, it's a
I'll
solid
I'll be your science advisor on that. How about that?
object.
I know a
It's
guy.
crazy.
Paid
Even after
science
all of
advisor.
that, you would have so much money left.
Yeah.
I'm just see. This is what I'm wondering. You'd have billions of dollars. You're still gonna make us pay rent.
No. But I, like Jovi said, if you guys are like don't have something, then it's nothing. And
I was
literally,
thinking that.
rent isn't making me a profit. We're making just enough that we can pay for the buildings, like electricity and stuff. So you're not actually paying rent. You're paying utilities, is what it is. Like
I
it's
mean,
just the cost of like.
So
surviving.
I'm
if we had
guessing
the
the way
clean
we
energy-
make that money is by sucking your farts.
Sucking rares
Uh,
first.
Yeah.
that was the other thing is I was going to enlist a new fart sucker. So that way they
Yeah,
could be
isn't that
written into my
mandatory?
will and inherit my funds afterwards. That was the final task.
It better be
Fart
Steve-O and the
Zuckerberg?
fart mask.
It's gonna be a real problem because I don't like the idea of somebody sucking my farts. But if this is the way the torch gets passed, it's the way the torch gets passed. And I'm not one to break tradition.
Oh my lord.
Incredible.
Well, I've always wanted to live in a Jenga tower.
Well, that's Mike's.
So breezy.
Mike's making a giant livable Jenga tower.
It's just made like
No.
space level Jenga.
I mean, like that would be fucking cool, and like apparently that there is like discussions about, oh, if we just go ahead and we move an asteroid into orbit and then just like hang a fucking skyscraper off of it, yeah, that's cool. I'm like, well, first that's
Huh.
fucking dangerous as hell, and also like, why the fuck? So, anyways, but no, if I was to get all of Jeff Bezos's fart money, I'd actually like when Brody was talking about like addressing food security. I'm like, well, I actually have like a little bit of an in on that. So like, okay, yeah, addressing it by like developing like skyscraper style hydroponics for throughout the world, basically, to address a lot of the food insecurity that happens around the world, because
Hmm.
a lot of the reason for uh, mass migrations away from the equator, because of all of a sudden, things lighting on fire and crops dying and not having anywhere to live and grow food and get a living.
So
Is
Mike sees this money and he's like, "Okay, guys, listen, lots and lots of corn."
Yeah.
if only we could actually digest corn.
That's his second purchase. He's like, someone's gonna invent me digestible corn.
I mean, I feel like that's just one GMO crop away. So it's just like sweet. It's just just not a reason for it at the present moment, because they just use a shit ton of corn for like fuels and like ethanols and cattle feed. So it's like majority of corn that end up like getting made goes to all that shit. So, but yeah, like developing a lot of
I can't.
hydroponic skyscrapers throughout the world so that you can address a lot of the food insecurities. Because then people don't have to go elsewhere to make a living. They can,
Mhm.
they can be in the areas where they grew up, and they want to see succeed. And then there would also probably help with the whole security issues of people getting into extreme terrorism and other things like that. Not to say that it's like a silver bullet. I'm just saying it would probably make things just a little bit better.
Like hitting one of the root causes of lots
Yeah.
of this
Mhm.
stuff.
Because yeah, like if you have to worry about every day in and out what you're going to eat, then chances are you're gonna be in a pretty desperate space. So yeah, like addressing that would definitely allow people to now start to move up in that hierarchy of needs and get closer to self-actualization. And the more people that get to that point, the more really cool shit starts getting done, because now people aren't having to spend all of their time worrying about securing food and trying to get by. Now they can actually start addressing, oh, what are cool things that I like about the world that I can go and actually put my time on this earth into. So like I think that would be like one big one that I'd fund. Also, like with my environmental background, like heavily funding ocean and environmental cleanups and reclamation work for all of the legacy projects, because again, it's another form of inequity, because companies will come around, develop out this piece of land, do a lot of resource extraction, and just fuck off basically, or else they'll
Mhm.
go under, and then they don't have. Then they're like, oh well, sorry, yeah, we kind of fucked up the place after we rented the land, and have fun.
So,
All on
speaking
you.
on that, actually, I just heard about like uranium mining, and one of the big regulations nowadays is that you're not allowed to like process a piece of land without first putting aside enough funds to repair it afterwards. So you
That-
can't be like, "Oh, we went under. Oh no." They're like, "No, you're locked into contract. You already have the money to do it. You're doing it. Sorry." Like,
See, but that's
so I thought
that's
that was
what they
really
did
cool.
for the oil and gas companies here. But the problem is that so like in Alberta, there's such thing as an orphan well fund, where industry will put funds into this fund, um, and that will go towards reclaiming all of their wellheads and all of the sites. But it's severely underfunded because they don't. There's not a very good idea what the costs are actually to do all the reclamation work. So basically, and then also when they go under, all the wells that need to get reclaimed go into that fund, and then they're like, well, fuck, we can't do this because we don't have enough funds to do it, and also just we don't have enough manpower to do it anyways. So it all goes
Yeah.
onto the taxpayer, and that's essentially what's happened in the past little while here. Is that now the government is now starting to shell out money for reclaiming these sites, which were supposed to be dealt with by the oil and gas companies, which is another reason why I'm like, fucking assholes. You guys had a lease, you had an agreement, you had all of this stuff in place, but then because of certain legal loopholes and building out shell companies and putting it out to smaller contractors that don't have nearly as much liquidity, they just don't fucking get it done. And like the amount of actual reclaimed sites in Alberta is fucking scarcely low in comparison to how many active well pads are out there, and also all of the derelict wells too. So it's like, it's one thing that really pisses me off, that we're giving one planet, and you can either choose to fuck it up and make it even worse for the next generation, or you can do something and make it better for the next, so that hey, you at least felt like there was some form of meaning in your life on this planet. I don't know.
Yeah.
Either way,
so,
yeah, that would definitely fund a lot of ocean cleanups and environmental cleanups.
Yeah.
like-
So listen up, guys. If anyone's gonna be getting Jeff Bezos's money, it's got to
It's
be
Mike.
Mike. He's gonna be
Yeah,
saving the
Mike.
world. He's
Yeah, the
literally
only responsible answer.
going to save
Yeah.
the world with this. We're like, I don't know. I'd live in a nice house. Mike's
Well-
like, I'm gonna save the fucking
Okay,
planet.
no, Rand already did.
I
say
was
good
also
things,
saying
but-
I could save the world, but Mike has a much more put together plan. So
It's
if
true.
I got his money, the first thing I do is
Fund Mike.
buy myself that nice house and then give it to Mike so he could do that.
You know what? I
Mike-
changed my mind of what I do with my money. I would get a chair with straps in it, and I would get just one of those like little plastic fold-out tables, and I'd get a couple boxes of cereal, jug of milk. I'd strap Rare to the chair,
God,
and I'd start mixing
Oh,
the
God.
cereals.
I know it's coming.
Mix
No,
the
you son of a
cereals.
bitch.
I'd eat them right in front of him.
As soon as you said cereal boxes, I was like, no, you son of a bitch, don't you dare.
Why is there more than one?
Why are you doing this to me? What did I do?
I just love you.
You made him pay rent, bro. You made him pay rent as a
You
billionaire.
made me
now
pay
he's not.
utilities.
Just the utility cost of building.
Divine punishment.
That money
You
ain't
could
gonna
just-
last forever, and I want to
You
use
could
it for
just
good
buy
things.
the utility company.
Oh yeah, just be like, okay,
Yeah.
we're just
I
gonna.
own energy now.
Exactly.
I mean, why do you need a
Mike
utility
free.
company? Why do you need a utility
Tell you
company when
what,
you have
why don't
so
you just
much
come up with
solar
a-
on it?
Use one of the grants that I'm giving out to figure out some clean energy and then power our building, and then we won't have to pay anymore. Huh?
I'll power it with
Yeah,
parts.
man. I'm not
But no,
smart enough for
Brody.
that.
Brody chose violence.
I chose violence.
Brody chose worse than violence. He chose mixed cereals.
Well, guys, if ever you end up getting an inheritance of a lot of money, we hope that you choose love and not violence, and just a little bit of mischief in there, so that you can be sure to have fun. Thank you
More
so
than that, we hope you choose Mike and give it to Mike,
Yes.
please.
Yes,
Indeed.
true.
That is the guy.
Welcome
Please.
to my shark pit tank, or oh my god,
My-
shark
my
tank.
shark
I don't
pit
think-
tank.
The shark pit.
Welcome
Isn't
to
it a
my
shark pit tank?
welcome to my shark tank pitch. Yeah.
Thanks
I
for
fucking
coming.
fumbled it right off the bat there. Yeah.
Thanks for coming, guys. I appreciate you all watching. Make sure you check out our merch and use our discount code. Make sure you check out the Discord, and make sure you check out all of these lovely humans projects. We will be back in another 2 weeks' time with God knows what to talk about. But if you guys have any suggestions, please drop it in the Discord, and we'll be happy to put it up for the option. Anyways, peace out.
From the shark pit.
From the Shark Pit Tank, we
Peace
are
from the
out.
shark pit.